Christ, I let him go.
Okay, are you guys doing anything at the tavern, or are you just killing time?
Time killing.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, let's see. It was evening when you went to the Undercity, so just maybe an hour later, you see a man coming down this alleyway, and you're both hiding. And he is just really tall, gangly fellow. Like, he's over 6 feet tall, real lanky, and he is wearing kind of this long coat jacket thing that looks to be pretty high fashion. This isn't things that people around here wear. And he also has a hat on, like a floppy hat. What do you call that thing? A beret type floppy beret thing. And he has a bunch of piercings, like in his nose and his ears and stuff. And he knocks on the door, gives it a gingerly rap. The thug guys open it up. Oh, Drake, come on in. We got some wine. Oh, do you now? Let me take a look at it. Blah, 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 blah. And they go on and start kind of doing small talk for a while. Are you just want to listen in, or are you going to go in?
I think we should, we'll try to do some stealth recon. We're both athletic and acrobatic. Maybe get in around some windows, peer in, second story stuff, catwalking.
Yeah, is there any way to, like... how many stories is the building?
Probably 2 stories tall.
2 stories?
Yeah, it's like maybe 20 feet tall or so.
Yeah, for sure, and they're on the ground floor.
Okay, yeah, let's try to climb up and get like air view and whatever.
Okay, cool. Make an athletics check.
I wonder if I ever think... I don't think I do. I think it was a massive jump.
26. My best.
Oops. 7 plus 15.
Okay, well your plus is really good, so you got it. Alright, so you guys just kind of like grab the beams of the building and stuff and climb yourself up to the roof and come in from like a ceiling door or something, like a roof entryway. So you're sneaking through the building to kind of go inside and listen in on them?
Yeah. Like come down, you know.
Okay, cool. So you're like in the rafters.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking down over these guys, and they're at like, you know, a table, and they got like cards and dice, and it smells like tobacco and liquor, and they're just kind of being crude. And you're listening in on their conversation. Well, enjoy the high life while you can, boys. It's not gonna last that long. You know, these jobs only pay so much.
What? Orion made a lot from this gig.
Maybe to you, but it's really not that much. That old Faticacious, he's not worth as much as he once was. So, maybe if you keep up proving yourself good, next time I put in a good word for you, could be on the next job. And they kind of just go on talking about this, and he's talking about how Orion is already setting up his sights for the next big heist. You're not hearing anything that directly relates to your mission at hand. However, it sounds like Drake is going to be leaving soon. Let's
head back out there, and you stay hidden. I'm going to confront him, but you know it won't be me.
Alright, so you're gonna disguise like a thug type guy?
Actually, I want to like wait for him to kind of like turn a corner, and then I want to be the dumb one.
Okay.
Coming after him, being like, "Hey, wait a second, Drake."
Okay, so you turn into like the meathead guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're slipping back out the building? Okay, that's cool.
So that way she can like follow me while I'm doing this now.
Okay, that's cool. So you guys sneak out of the building unsuspectedly. And you're following Drake down the alleyway.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as he turns the corner, that's when I want to like break stealth and be like, "Hey,
Okay. All right. So you approach him, and he turns around, and he's like, "Yes."
I was like,
Guslavio, right? Slobbers.
They call me Slob sometimes.
Well, I can't imagine why they would do that for.
I forgot. When you guys were talking, what did Orion do that was so cool? I just remember hearing about the good part.
He lowers his eyebrows and he gives you a really intense look. Make a bluff check.
Okay. Is he trying to see through my disguise?
Yes.
Okay. 23?
Okay. He just kind of like shakes his head and he's just like, "You must have been hit in the head many times."
Yeah, but I keep getting up.
You ever eat paint chips as a kid?
He did, probably.
Acacius, he thought that eventually, or Orion, he thought that eventually Acacius would purchase his children from whoever bought them from the black market. What he didn't suspect, though, was that the hobgoblins of Corbrector would purchase them. Acacius isn't going to get them back.
The hobgoblins? Where are they?
Well, being that they are the hobgoblins of Corbrector, that would naturally imply that they're from Corbrector. I believe it's in the Loose Flats region.
I don't know where that is.
Well, there's probably a good reason for that. You run along now.
Okay, I'm gonna drink some wine.
You do that.
Alright, I go back around the corner and just walk into a shadow, walk out as me, and be like, alright, I think we're good.
Alright, so Orion put the children on the black market, thinking that Acacius would eventually purchase them back somehow. However, hobgoblins came in, made an offer. Drake was the middleman, basically, in the deal.
Oh yeah, that's what I could
And
tell.
Drake sold the kids to the hobgoblins of Corbrector. So, apparently that's where they are.
Nice info gathering.
That was close, man. That was fucking close. But I'd like to bluff to you that it was no thing. Haha. And that is a 30 bluff.
It's like a 1 to me.
You have an insight skill.
4, you can't even get it.
You can't even get it. As far as you're concerned, this
I'm really
person,
impressed.
thing, man, woman is totally smooth.
I haven't turned into a girl yet.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Anybody?
your party reconvenes and share the information that you've gathered. Anyone can make a history check to determine information about these hobgoblins.
Alright.
17.
19.
19.
23.
Alright, so the 19s and the 17s, you get some real common knowledge. You have a little bit more specialized knowledge. There is an area, after you go southwest, out of the Solstice Highlands. You come down to the Luz Flats, which is a more arid, rocky area of Palagos. And, you know, the hobgoblins in this region are about what you would expect them to be. Militaristic, fairly well organized. They follow a god named Bane, who teaches war and conquest and iron discipline and strife and bloodshed. And just really is kind of a hard ass. The hobgoblins take pride in being the smartest and craftiest of their kind.
God, that guy reminds me of my father, mother.
Yeah. They're about the size of a man, maybe 6 feet tall. They're actually decently intelligent, and they make use of the numbers of the smaller goblin folk, or the dumb brutes that are the bugbears. You know that they have a lair known as Corbrector, which that is it's kind of a minor outpost throughout all of the goblin kin. This is not their biggest lair, but it is certainly a fortress. It's like a fort, a hobgoblin fort, a large stone building that they have like a band that stays there. And you know an area in the Loose Flats where it's supposed to be located at. Mm-hmm. So you could lead your party there.
Alrighty then. Successful information gathering.
This little piece of the puzzle that is Klaus Wagner.
That's it.
I give you a long,
great
awkward
moment.
hug.
History.
I give you a long, awkward hug.
You try to hug me, and my body is like
That affects my mood.
liquidy
Yeah.
out of there. Like
So it's on camera. You do it. Jesus.
It's taking it a little far, man.
You have to play a female with this race.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah. They only have females.
All right. So what's the plan? You guys want to head there?
Yeah.
first off, question.
Let's
Any way to
skip
determine
them.
if I've ever seen a hobgoblin or not?
I'm sure you've seen a hobgoblin at some point in time.
Okay.
They have small little pushed-in noses, pointy ears. Their skin they have kind of a hairy skin, kind of a rusty reddish orange brown color.
Mm-hmm.
Lower jaw kind of juts out. They have jagged teeth. They make their own armor and weapons. They're pretty crafty.
Okay. Well, I'd like to look to you and be like, all right,
Yes.
I know you know a thing or two about all those gods and such.
Possibly. Maybe.
Why don't you give me a little crash course on Bane? So if he could like do a religion check and I could do an intelligence check to remember. So I don't know how you want to do it, but you tell me.
17.
17. You don't know anything more than what I already said. You know, the god of conquest and war. He's pretty callous.
All right, Frost.
Here
You
we-
know anything? Maybe.
Here we go. It's 25.
Well,
Suddenly-
slap my knee. Oh my goodness.
Suddenly, Frost is a font of religious and philosophical knowledge.
Monks trained me well. Okay, maybe not so dumb, but close to that.
In the ancient times in Palagos, it was very much a wild continent, just full of monstrous humanoids and rugged tribes and barbarians, until one of the tribes began worshipping a god known as Bane, who taught them order and skill. And they grew and grew in size and basically went on massive conquests, conquering the other tribes, and instead of just slaughtering them and having their way with the women, they actually would subsume them into their numbers and train them to be like themselves. So, the hordes of Bane eventually conquered all of Palagos and set up civilization. It was really the birth of civilization. They set up forts, which eventually turned into towns and cities, and walls and siege weapons and armor and weapons of modern technology level came about. Mail and crossbows and swords and cool things like that. However, eventually civilization turned into tyranny and things got really bad until revolts broke out and the religion of Bane was eventually overthrown by the rebels, who came to a more balanced, we have science and thought and government, but we also have our humanity. The hobgoblins, however, they still prefer the old ways of Bane, and they hope to conquer at least a few towns, if not all of the kingdom. That's their hopes and dreams, their aspirations.
Okay.
How are we supposed to?
Man,
sneak
we're
in
dealing
this
with some
place?
paramilitary fuckers here.
Corbric Tor, as I said, yeah, thanks. Corbric Tor, as I said, is sort of a minor fortress. This is not their end-all, be-all bastion of defense.
Okay.
It's a band of hobgoblins stays there.
Ambush a scouting party and wear their skin.
Anybody?
Well, that's
No.
that's almost what I had in mind. Almost. Well. Man, I almost think some infiltration and sabotage might be in order. Perhaps I could sneak in, infiltrate them somehow, open the doors so you guys could get in and we could have the element of
Yeah.
surprise.
I mean, I'm pretty
Try-
stealthy and I can like climb walls.
See,
and
that's
stuff, so
yeah.
maybe
No,
I can
I've seen you in action. I'm confident in your skills.
I can make a humanoid-shaped hole in the front door.
That's
Don't worry.
also an option.
Don't worry, if things go wrong, I'm glad you're there.
Okay, so, are you adventurers or are you not?
We're
We're-
adventurers.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
I am broke.
Alright.
Let's do it!
All right,
Start
cool.
munching
I
off
need
from that
money.
way.
So, unless you
So
have
we're
anything
going.
you want to do in the city of Vitus, you will make your way southwestern through the Solstice Highlands.
Yes, we will.
And you eventually make your way out of the rocky plateau-like hills and down into the arid, warmer Luz Flats, where the sun beats down and the hawks circle overhead. And after 2 days of travel, you come upon Corbruck Tor, which is a rocky hill rising up out of the almost arid Badlands type surroundings. And atop this rocky hill is a stone structure, which you imagine probably holds a few good sizable rooms. You imagine maybe a warlord or a minor chieftain might reside here. At the entrance, there is a large double door, and there are 2 hobgoblin guards posted out front with longbows, and where they're wearing chainmail.
Okay.
You're a pretty good distance away, but those of you that are not sneaky hopping from like patches of grass, they'll see your party approaching.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're behind some blocking terrain before we head out into the open up.
There's
close.
grass. There's like scrub brush. There's small trees. There's rock formations.
I'm familiar with certain tricks wizards have called these illusory sounds and images and sights and things. Can any of you guys do any of that?
I don't think we have any illusionists in the
I
party.
haven't dabbled in any of that before.
That's unfortunate.
Make your boo-boos go away, yeah. Other than that.
Well, all right.
The immediate perimeter or radius around this hill that their structure's on is pretty well cleared away.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
As one would want to have.
Exactly.
A fort.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
There's no moats or anything.
Well, we should probably wait till night.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna turn into a hobgoblin. Oh, I hate this part. All right, Frost, punch me.
Okay.
Right there, come on.
I don't think you need to roll. I think he's just letting you.
Oh God! Oh,
See if I crit.
oh, it sucks. Does that look bad? Does that look bad?
Can you just change the appearance of your skin?
No, you can only look like people you've seen. That sort of stuff is OP. If you had a disguise, it's a magic item. That's like something where you set specifics. But with changelings, you cannot become anything you haven't seen. So I have to become someone I've seen, not changing things like at will, because then that gets broke.
So who have you seen that's been punched in the face?
Well, no, and that's why I had to I've never seen a hobgoblin that's been punched in the face. That's why I had to be a hobgoblin getting punched in the face.
Okay, so
Interesting.
you have a scuff or a bruise on your cheek,
Exactly.
and
Can I get one?
does your clothing change with you, or are you wearing your normal? clothes?
Actually, no, it doesn't. I'd like to put on some. Does it? Oh, crap. Well, I've got like this pretty well done, like kind of
You can go
studded
naked.
leather. Like the description of it, it's studded leather armor.
Okay.
Is that something that perhaps hobgoblins might wear if they were scouts or something like that?
Perhaps. Those hobgoblins aren't wearing it.
Okay.
Ambassador.
You said they have other outposts here, though, right?
There are a number of hobgoblin bands that are loosely united under.
Would
a banner in
his
this
knowledge
region.
check give him just names of some of the other ones?
Sure. You'll come up with the name of the Iron Skulls.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna say I was a scout from the Iron Skulls that had been traveling to, just assess information, get information from the front. Is this one like closer to the civilization of the humans of the Palagos, where we're going, or is it more?
They're 2 days travel away.
Okay, so it's like kind of like Hobgoblin Frontier then.
Sure.
Exactly.
This would be kind of the borderlands.
I was coming to get information from this fort.
Okay.
To take back into the Hobgoblin territory, just so we can
Sure.
assess our border situation.
Okay.
And we were ambushed by a herd of rage drakes, and they tore all my compatriots to hell, and I got out of there because I was the scout.
So this is what you're saying to the guys at the front door?
No, this is what I'm going to be saying. I'm just letting them know the story, and then later tonight, I'm going to try to sneak around and get the door open. And you should try to get as close as you can, and as soon as we get the door open, you guys should make a run for it and get up into the place. And
So then what are we going to do? Just tear straight to where the kids are?
Break in and try and find them.
Can you like look for them before you open the
Oh, if you guys want to do full recon, then sure.
Well, I mean-
I could probably relay information to you since you can sneak up to the place.
I say we just go in.
Theoretically. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
well,
nothing around
everything
there.
is theoretical.
Yeah, there's nothing around there for me to hide under. But are the kids there? Do we know this for sure?
That's who they were sold to. Whether or not they're still alive, we don't know. Why would
You're
hobgoblins
pretty
want?
confident they're still there.
Why would hobgoblins want human children? I don't know.
Why would they buy him and then just kill him?
Yeah, that seems like a wasted investment.
Do they like sacrifice people?
But this is where they are.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the stronghold where they purchased them.
They're not known to have habits of sacrificing, like in the sense of like sacrificing on a evil altar to a Lord of the Abyss.
How about we just have
That's
a signal?
not any common thing of theirs.
Just have a signal. If he, he'll sneak in there, and if he happens to find them, he can send us a signal.
Well, I could relay information to her potentially. Like at night, she'd have the darkness to help conceal her, and I could relay any information, and we could decide from there if we want to like proceed that night or whatever.
Exactly.
So.
Well, we might as well just barge in. I just wasn't sure if they were there.
I mean, I kind of thought
How hard
we
they
played
were.
to his strengths a little, but I mean, we can.
It's okay.
It depends
No,
on
I
how
just-
we want to handle it. If you guys want recon, I am all for it.
I just want to know we know where they are before we all just barge in there. That's all.
I guess that's true.
I'll
If
just
they
say
are
no.
dead, he just
Where
said to
are
bring
they?
back what we could, right?
Yeah, so we
I
might
could-
as well, I guess, just barge in.
Cut their heads off or something. I don't
Oh
know
my
what he.
God.
I don't know what he wants. The man's a weirdo.
He probably wants as much of them as possible. As
wish
long
I
as
could
we know they're
shapeshift
there and
into a
it's not a
tree.
very large compound. I just don't want us
Yeah,
to
it'd be a
like
good thing to hide.
run
really quick.
around.
There's
just
a-
trying to
Looney
pull-
Tunes.
There's a level 5 wondrous item for that.
Yeah, very much like that. As long as we
What are you
know
doing?
where to go so we can sort of
Nothing.
focus our endeavors is all.